So again, motivational interviewing, consistently reinforcing employees are worthy and capable of making positive health behavior changes. I invite any of you to come to our office in Carson City. I mean, this is our business, but you would see such a wonderful, encouraging staff that we have 100% participation in everything that we do when it comes to employee health, because it's just the way of life. And as we do these pilots throughout the country, and we hope that some of you will have an interest in piloting some of the things that we do, it's not slick, it's not quick, but man, it's good. And once people get it, it's so exciting to watch them grow, take the couple steps ahead before they take that step back.
Quick clip of Bill Miller.
The underlying message is not, I have what you need and you're lacking it, but rather you have what you need and together we'll find it.
Good. All right, that's the second. So we have a transferable model change, we have motivational interviewing, and then we believe in cognitive behavioral strategies, and again, as they've been used in all of the areas you have an interest in, they work.
Really, when you talk about cognitive behavioral strategies, you're really talking about a dual focus, both on the way that an individual thinks and secondly on the way that they act or behave, the habits that they have. When you talk about better thinking, what you're talking about is working with somebody to recognize what are your current attitudes, beliefs, your values. What is that internal language that's going on in your head? All of you right now are talking to yourself. I know it. I'm doing it. As I'm talking, I'm doing it. We all have that little communication link that we're having with ourselves on a consistent basis. When you look at cognitive behavioral interventions or strategies, what you're talking about is helping individuals recognize what is that internal dialogue telling you. And then you help them to not only recognize, but then to modify it or adjust it. And you can do that in so many different ways. Positive affirmations to yourself. Challenging when you're getting ready to take your next bite and you're feeling a bit full. All of those different things that you can do cognitively can make a difference. If you change the way a person thinks, you can change the way they feel and act. So if you look at it, events happen, we think about events, and then we act on those events. It's that thinking that's the critical variable. It's that part of what we have immediate influence over on a moment-to-moment basis that can change the outcome of any situation. Think of driving here and getting cut off. You have many options. In your thinking, you could say, how dare that jerk do that? You could get upset, your body, your pulse rate goes up, you're hot, you're sweating, you're mad, you're trying to catch up to them so you can cut them off. Right? Or you could go about it and in your thinking say, boy, they must be in a hurry. Let me slow down a little bit. All of that is a cognitive process that happens. Those all lead to different outcomes. So anytime we're looking at making a health behavior change, it has to start with the way we think. Okay? And so moving from that, we'll go to the behavior part of it. One of the things you recognize with cognitive behavior-based interventions is that even if a person's thinking isn't on base with where they need to go, if you can help them make slight shifts in behavior, it will start to alter the way that they think. So it's the gradual shifts in small behavior changes, putting a out-of-order sign on the elevator and taking the stairs a few times, could have an immediate impact on how an individual is thinking. It may lead them and influence them to make that shift in becoming more active. It's a gradual progression, and then the whole ultimate goal is to take behaviors that don't work and find replacements for those. If we don't replace behaviors that don't work, if I quit smoking and I don't replace that with a healthy behavior, I have a big void. that sits there, and how I cope and how I deal with how I am after a meal, when I wake up in the morning and get ready, whatever that is, I have to fill that void with another behavior. If I don't find a healthy behavior alternative, I'll turn to another destructive behavior to go into that hole. So when you look at behavior-based interventions, you're looking at many times what we would call countering, which is the replacing of one habit for a healthy habit.
We have a site out in New Jersey that I thought did the coolest thing. They have an Employee of the Month parking space. And they have a beautiful sign, and it's in the furthest parking slot. When you're the Employee of the Month, you have the opportunity to park there and then walk all the way around. Which I think is great. One other thing that this kind of came up in my thinking, so much of the work we do with government agencies as well as private corporations is we try to reduce the knowledge framework that they work under and all the things that they want to do and get them to focus on the few, 3 or 4 most important ones, and then practice those over and over and over again. Rather than being broad in what you're trying to do and then just kind of hit them every now and then. If you can really choose those things you really want to work on, and then the behavioral side of this kicks in, do it over and over and over and over again, then you see real change taking place from a corporate culture point of view as well as from an individual point of view.